Hello and welcome to the 30-minute hamstring flexibility video. Let's get going. Let's begin with a simple toe touch. I want you to see if you could touch your toes. Can you touch your toes? Can you maybe touch only your knees with straight legs? Can you touch your shins? Can you touch your ankles? Can you touch your toes? If you can touch your toes, can you touch them? Can you touch the fingers, all the fingers? Can you touch the palms flat? If you can touch the palms flat, great. Are you comfortable in that palms flat position? Okay? Take note of this. Maybe even write it down. Okay? Because we're going to test afterwards. So let's get going. Let's get on hands and knees and begin by warming up our spine with cat-cow. Cat-cow is very simple. The whole spine moves in an arch. So stick your butt out. Look up, and then exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone, and look at your belly button. Completely round your back. Inhale as you arch back up. So looking up, sticking your butt up, chest forward. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone, maybe look at your belly button. Spread those shoulder blades apart. One more time. Inhale as you look up and stick your butt out in sync with each other. And then exhale, round your back. Tuck your tailbone. Find neutral here, flat back. And we're going to do the same thing with our toes tucked and our knees lifted just an inch. This will help fire up the core, okay? It's very important that we get the core fired up. Here we go. Knees lifted, and inhale as you look up and arch your back, sticking your butt out. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, and exhale. One more time. And exhale. Set everything down. Bird dog position. Bird dog is very simple. You're going to extend the left leg back behind you and the right arm forward. Raise the left leg and the right arm, and then bring knee to elbow, and then straighten it back out 3 times here. Knee to elbow, crunch in, round out. Inhale as you extend. One more time. Straighten everything out. Lift your leg and your hand up higher, 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 and set it down. Switch sides. Extend your right leg back behind you. Left arm forward. Raise them up. And then bring the knee to the elbow. Alright, straighten it back out. 2 more times here on your own. Bring them together. Knee to elbow. When you straighten it out, raise your arm and leg up. One more time. Raise it up high as you can now. Alright, and set everything down. We're going to transition to a plank position, but we're going to do it in a very specific way. We want to keep firing up the foundation of our core. So we do that by bringing our knees together and round our back like a cat position, like we did in the beginning, and then squeeze the inner thighs together. Now straighten one leg back and straighten the other leg back. Keep your head neutral now and hold plank for 3 breaths. Taking a deep breath as you squeeze your butt and your inner thighs together. I want you to keep squeezing your inner thighs and your butt tightly, and keep breathing. One more breath. Squeeze the butt more, inner thighs even more, and set your knees down. Great. Now we go into a lunge position. Very simple. Bring the right leg forward. So you want to make sure that the right foot is well ahead of the right knee. Okay? Now, and the back leg is in line with the mat. So it's not like this or any other way, it's just in line. Alright, tuck your tailbone. Bring the left hip forward and the right hip back to square your hips. And bend the right knee forward. Okay? If the right knee is coming well ahead of the foot, bring that right foot forward. If your left knee hurts, put a blanket underneath it. Okay? So let's hold this for a couple breaths. Remember, tuck and square the hips. To accentuate it even further, we raise the left arm up. Raise the left arm up to the sky as high as you can and bring it over to the right side. And bend that right knee more to get a deeper stretch. Remember to breathe. It's nice to stretch by counting breaths rather than time, because it ensures that you're not holding your breath. And we need to stretch our hip flexors here because they connect to our lower back and it helps keep it healthy. Okay, now let's switch sides. This time the left foot is forward. Again, make sure this left foot is well ahead of the left knee. That way you'll get a better stretch. Tuck the tailbone. Bring the right hip forward and the left hip back to square the hips. And then bend the left knee forward. Alright, you should feel a nice stretch in the front of the right thigh. Raise the right arm up. Raise it up, up, up. And bring it over to the left as you bend that left knee forward. That should help stretch you a little bit further. And again, these muscles in the front of the right thigh connect to the lower back. And so it's important we keep those flexible as well to keep it balanced. All right, remember to breathe. Okay, and now we're gonna go into a bridge position. Bridge position is very simple. You're gonna sit on your butt with your knees up and feet flat. You're gonna lay on your back. Bring your feet close enough so that your middle fingers can barely touch your heels. Okay, that's how you know it's in the right position. And then from here, you're going to curl the tailbone up to raise the hips up. And in this position, I want you to squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt firmly and press the feet flat down onto the floor. The more you press the feet down and squeeze your butt, the more it will activate your hip extensors, such as your glutes and your hamstrings. Okay, and then squeeze your abs, release the butt, slowly bring the butt down as you keep your abs tight. One more time, whenever you touch down all the way, I want you to plant the feet firmly and curl the tailbone up to raise your butt up. And again, when you get to the top and you are as high as possible in your bridge, squeeze your butt and plant the feet firmly. You should feel your butt maybe even shaking, or your hamstrings. Now release that and squeeze the abs to lower down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. The beginning of this video is meant to fire up the hamstrings and your core, because that will give the signal to your body that you have the control to handle the hamstring stretches that are coming up. One more time here. Curl the tailbone up, raise the hips up, squeeze the butt, plant the feet down. The more you plant the feet down, the more it lifts your hips up and engages your hamstrings. If you make them work, they get warmed up. Remember to breathe. And now squeeze your abs and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Now I want you to put your left hand under your head and straighten your left leg out straight ahead and raise the leg up 10 times. Just a big kick up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Hold your head with your right hand and straighten the right leg with the left knee up and foot down there, and 10 kicks up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That will help to loosen up your hamstrings. Now I want you to sit up and straighten the left leg. Put your left hand behind you, okay? So prevent you from falling backwards. Grab your right big toe with your peace fingers, okay? Grab them and try to straighten it and bend it back 5 times. So 1, 2, firmly try to straighten it just for 1 moment, 4, and 5. One more time on the other side. So bring your right hand back behind you, straighten your right leg out, bring your left knee in toward you, grab your left big toe, and straighten, bend, straighten, bend. 3 more here. 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. We are gently loosening them up. Now I want you to stand and go into a half forward fold. So a forward fold is when you completely try to go all the way down, but I want you to only go down halfway. So put your hands above your knees and try to flatten your back by sticking your bum out. Okay? Now we're gonna do cat-cow in this position. So round your back just like the first thing we did, and then arch your back by sticking your butt out and looking up. Now one more time here. Round your back and then arch your back, and see if you could crawl your hands below, a couple inches down now. Again now, round your back and then arch your back. Try to flatten your spine. One more time. Round your back and arch your back. See if you can even put your hands lower now, maybe on your shins, and still maintain a flat back. If not, it's okay. Stay where you are. Some people need to be way up by the thighs and some could be by the shins. Okay? This is all on you to gauge it out. Let's do it one more time. Round your back and arch your back. Great. Now grab opposite elbows with your hands and just do a full forward fold. Allow your whole body to just hang freely. Shake your head no to let it go. I want you to relax the shoulders. Lean more weight toward the front, toward your toes, not on your heels. Take 3 breaths here. I want you to be breathing. You can close your eyes if you want. Just breathe. And allow the weight of your arms to just hang as you hold on to the opposite elbows. Okay, now drop the hands down, bend your knees if you need to, put your hands down onto the floor, and go into a downward dog. Downward dog is very simple. Your butt is in the air, and you're making like an A-frame. And I want you to do a one leg down dog. You're gonna raise the left leg up, and you're gonna drive the right heel down into the ground. Good. Hold this for a couple breaths. Try bending the right knee. Raise the left leg up higher, and then bring the right heel down as you straighten your right knee. Take a deep breath here. Good. Now switch sides. Bring the left foot down, right foot up. Now again, bend the left knee. Raise the right leg up, and then straighten the left knee and drive that left heel down onto the mat as much as you can. If it doesn't reach, it's fine, it doesn't have to. Okay, bring that foot down, right foot down, and walk your hands to your feet. Alright, when you get there, I want you to keep your head down, drop your head, let it go, and I want you to roll up one vertebrae at a time. The head will be the last thing to come up. The shoulders will eventually roll backwards, and the head will come up, and the palms will face forward. Alright. The next thing we are going to do is a sequence with chair pose. Chair pose looks like this. Feet together, knees together. Okay? And you're going to sit in an imaginary chair as you raise your arms up. Okay? Squeeze your inner thighs together. Make sure you're not too arched or too tucked. Try to find neutral, flat back. Your arms are up, and from here you're going to straighten your legs, forward fold, and put your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and try to bring your hands over your head. Everyone has a very different limit here. Now back to chair pose. Release your hands, bend your knees, sit in your chair as you raise your arms up. Alright, forward fold and interlace your fingers one more time and bring them over your head as you do this sequence. And chair pose. Release the clasp. Raise your arms up, sit your butt down. Your butt doesn't have to go very far down, it just needs to go the amount that you can. And one more time, forward fold, straighten those legs, interlace the fingers behind you, and bring them over your head actively. And chair pose. And stand straight. Straighten those legs up above. Put the hands together up above you and bring the hands together in front of your heart. Awesome. You've made it to the last phase of the video. This is the best part, and from here you're almost done. We're going to go into a standing splits position. For standing splits, I urge you to use a chair or a yoga block, anything. You can even do it on this ledge because you're gonna have one leg up. And I'm going to show you the advanced way where you don't need a prop, but listen. This is the position. Okay? Now, I'm raising the left leg up, and the right leg needs to be straight. If you cannot maintain a straight right knee, if your right knee cannot stay locked, then you must elevate your hands on something. Is your right knee straight? Good. Now look at your toes in the left toes. They should not be turning to the left. They should be pointing down. Now lift your left leg from the inner thigh. Good. Now bring your left knee to your nose while keeping your right knee straight. And straighten it back out. 5 times. Left knee to nose and straighten back out. Relax your shoulders. Left knee to nose and straighten it back out. Make sure the right knee is straight. Left knee to nose and straighten it back out. One more time. Left knee to nose and straighten it back out. Make sure the right knee is straight. One more time. Left knee to nose and straighten it back out. Excellent. Raise that left leg up higher if you can and set it down. Great job. Set it down next to the right. Now we're going to do it with the other side. Raise the right leg up behind you. Standing splits position. Again, right toes should not be pointing to the right. They should be pointing down. And lift that right leg from the inner thigh. Okay? And your left knee should be straight, not bent. If it's bent, you need to raise your hands up on something. Okay? From here, we're going to bring the right knee in toward the nose while keeping the left knee straight and straighten it back out. Remember to breathe. Right knee in toward your nose and straighten it back out. Make sure the left knee is straight. Right knee in toward your nose and straighten it back out. Relax those shoulders. Relax the elbows. Okay? One more time here. Right knee in toward your nose and straighten it back out. And one more. Right knee in toward your nose and straighten it back out. You really need to keep this left knee straight. Lift the right leg from the inner thigh and set the right leg down next to the left. Good. From here, chair pose. And I want you to walk up to the top of your mat, widen your chair as wide as your mat, and sit down, sit until you get to on your back. Okay? And from here, we're going to do a twist. And feet down, knees up. And we're going to put the right foot on the left knee, arms out to the side, and slowly, I want you to twist to the left until this right foot is on the left side, until it's flat. Okay? Now from here, using your hip muscles, push this right knee forward. Good. And look to your right and set your head down. Take a couple breaths here. This is a nice spinal twist. And then bring those feet up, the legs up. Reach through the middle and grab the back of your left thigh. Interlace those fingers and pull the left knee toward your face and push the right knee away from your face using your hip muscles. Okay? Bring both toes up, activate them, and this should feel a nice glute stretch on the right side. We have to stretch the glutes as well. because they are connected to the hamstrings. They are both hip extensors. Breathing. And to take this to the next level, you can grab your shins. Okay? But if you're grabbing behind the hamstrings is fine, then good. Now let's switch sides. Bring your left foot over your right thigh. Bring your arms out to the side. And slowly bring those legs to the right side until the foot is flat. And then push that left knee forward using your hip muscles actively. And I want you to look to the left. Taking deep breaths, each breath filling up your ribs, your lungs, expanding that twisting motion just with your breath. Now bring it back up, reach for the back of your thigh there and pull the right knee in toward your face and the left knee away from your face. And again, bring both toes of both feet up, firm them up. That helps to protect the knee. And if you want to intensify it, you pull with the shin, you grab the shin. Just a couple more breaths here. Remember, don't hold your breath. Okay, and then let's let that go. We're gonna end with plow pose. Plow pose is my favorite. But for plow pose, I highly urge you to use a folded up blanket, as you can use multiple blankets. The more, the safer, because that way your neck won't get smashed if you do not have the neck flexibility for it. Okay, plow pose is awesome for releasing the lower back. And we do this toward the end when we are fully ready for it. I want you to set up the blanket so that it's under your upper back and the head hangs off. So the head should not have any blanket support. Okay? Put your hands by your side and maybe use some momentum to raise your hips up and put your hands on your lower back. Straighten your legs and try to bring your feet down to the ground. It might not make it there. It took me months to get comfortable with going there, but eventually it will. And if it does, great. Just hang out here. If it doesn't, it's okay. Just find your edge and ride it. If your feet do reach, you can grab your feet with your hands one day. And remember to straighten your knees. Breathe. And then release that slowly. Come down very slowly. And let's stand up. And test our toes, our toe touch. So from here, see how easily you can get to the level you were at before. Initially, where were you? Were you at your knees? Were you at your shins? Were you at your ankles? Were you at your toes? Fingertips? Hands flat? Now I am very comfortable with hands flat. Extremely comfortable. So take note of that. Jot it down in a journal. Keep track of your progress. Okay? Progress with flexibility does not happen every single day, sometimes not even every week. But if you stay consistent at it, you will definitely have progress. If you feel your progress is stagnating and you need more stretches or of different variety, definitely check out the other stretches that are included in this program, and have a great day.